Let us begin the race. 2 hours. We start now. Ideally, I don't pause this. I have everything right here. Water. Rogue Energy from my sponsor to keep me going. A dog behind me to console me when things get dumb. So, can't rain here at Daytona. I already know that. Why did I go to race settings? I'll make sure. I want to start. Can I car settings? There we go. I want to start on mediums. I don't know what everyone else is gonna start. We're going, and we are off. And we're probably about to get flown by a Peugeot LMP2. We are. Bye, Jeff. I forgot to do one thing. Display settings. Driver names. Terrible time to pause as the 911 flies past me. And there goes Ash and her LMP2. I'm holding one up right now. There goes Squid's LMP2. So far, nothing insane has happened with the lap traffic, thankfully. Okay, come on, McLaren. I have my LMP2 behind me. As Pat's LMP2 just did some weird stuff. I'm trying to chase them down as they're kind of goofing around in traffic there. Our first fast lap is a 1:45 from Jeff's LMP2, who is... he's sitting in third. We're going to let the Nissan here go by. We're going to let me go by. Somebody locked up in front of us. Can't quite tell who. There's Jordan's LMP2. I think it was the Ferrari that may have locked up as we passed that. And we're now kind of pulling in the Subaru. Go a little hot into that corner there. Subaru Evo. Okay, we're fine. Kind of sit behind. We're just so much faster than it. Never mind. Bye-bye BRZ. We're gonna have to change that thing in tuning for Bathurst in a few weeks. As I now work on chasing down a slew of LMP2s being held up by the Porsche, the 911. Kind of working in my favor here. I think most of the LMP2s are past me. As Pat's LMP2 has to go into pit Must have some damage there, some goofiness. Jeff's LMP2, that Peugeot is a menace. So I now make a pass for, I believe, second in terms of GTDs. No, actually, I haven't seen. Have I seen Ash's or not LMP2? I don't know if I've seen Ash's GTD. The NSX having some issues. So we again passed most of the slower GTDs. This McLaren probably, as I suck. Probably going to receive a nerf, even though I'm not going to be in it. I get a track limit penalty. We're going to try to kill this off now. And hopefully we could stay in slipstream distance of the Hurricane. We can, and we are getting a pull from it. Pat's LMP2 had some issues somewhere, so we'll be dealing with that eventually. Here, 4 laps in, we're able to get past the Hurricane on our medium tires. I think everybody started on mediums. And we are 40 seconds behind Lucas and his LMP2. Lucas, Jeff, and other Jordan are your top 3 in terms of LMP2s. I believe I should have first in GTDs. That being said, is being first amongst the GTDs, I have nobody to slipstream off of, and everyone behind me will. We're gonna have to be keeping an eye out for Pat's LMP2. His Porsche. It's gotta be sitting somewhere. Where it is, I don't know. One would think, because it had to pit on lap 2. It's that car that just crossed the start-finish line. I'm actually going to drop down a fuel mode here. See if I can almost extend this stint, because my tires aren't having issues yet. Drop down to fuel 3 and... Okay, now here comes Pat's LMP2. entering the straight. And now just entering the chicane. I'll probably stay high and just to avoid any shenanigans. Well, I wanted to avoid shenanigans, but the LMP2 does not want to go. I hear it back there. As it kind of nudges into me, and it's going to send me a little wide. I guess that's how we're doing that, huh, Pat? As we're 10 minutes through. I want to try. We won't this lap. Maybe I will. 30% fuel, having to run having run in clean air. Pat's LMP2 is starting to go away now. I think we're going to keep the mediums on. We're going to develop a strategy early here. Stay on the tires. And we're probably going to drop some spots to the LMP2s. Not to the LMP2s, to the, oh. So I think I see an issue with the NSX. That will probably be what's in dead last. We come out all on our lonesome again. As we have our first pit, Lucas Ash jumps into third. I think I know a thing or two now. As I kind of go hard through that corner, we shoot over it. Hell, this is only going to make our chase a little harder, but don't think much harder. We'll stay on fuel mix 3. We should see the first. We're gonna move up the track. I believe Jeff's LMP2 coming up behind me. Yep, that is the Peugeot. I am giving away to faster cars. And I once again jump into first in terms of GTDs. And now the next set of pits happening, I think I made the right choice. I will... Jesus Christ, dog. You don't have to bark in here, buddy. It's loud. Getting blue flagged again. We're going to be seeing that a lot. Probably going to be Squid because we haven't seen him yet. We'll slide to the top. Yep. Good choice. As we're going to have a slew of LMP2s behind us. Squid's going to take the lead as long as he stays on track. He does not. So, Evo and Ash, who do stay on track, I don't quite know how close to me they are. Oh, there's Evo. There is Ash. And I have Jordan right behind me. Once I get out of the infield here, I will obey blue flag rules. Or at least try to. I did some inadvertent blocking for Evo and Ash. And there goes Jordan, and I once again have no one really behind me. We'll have another set of LMP2s coming up. Or at least should soon. Because they're just entering the chicane. Lucas is slowly getting, never mind. He might just be, they might now be entering the chicane. Somebody entering the infield. There's gonna be a lot of commentary on me working on making sure I don't get into any goofiness. I go off track there. That's Jordan's, other Jordan's LMP2. A little bit behind me, hopefully by, infield. We will be able, by the end of the infield at least. As we have a issue with Ash's LMP2. things I didn't expect to do. Past 2 LMP2s. Huh? Remember lap 10, everybody. I had to pass 2 LMP2s coming out of the, had to pass 2, make it 3 LMP2s. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to completely unlap myself. What happened to lap 10? I swear to God. If the LMP2s ran themselves out of fuel mileage, as Lucas and Jeff go to pit again, I might be lapping a Squid Supra here in a minute. Not that I don't know if I want to lap Squid Supra. Yeah, Jordan ran himself out of fuel. So I think some issues happened with the LMP2s. Is Ash, Evo, and I would assume Jordan all ran themselves out of fuel. Yep, Evo and Ash also 0 fuel. As we get ready to lap Squid's Monster Energy Mobile Toyota Supra. Now I become 9th on track because of fuel consumption issues. And do I want to push it and stay on the... I might, even though that back right tire is in desperate need, I might stay one more lap out. Catching another car. Can't tell what that is up there. We have one more in pit. I don't know what. See if it's an LMP2. I jump a spot, I'll know. It might not have been. We'll definitely know for sure when we get out of around the corner. Looks like Lucas's Hurricane. As we are very quickly approaching 30 minutes gone. 25 is the official as to how many have been gone. As I now have two LMP2s coming up on me. Ashes and Evos. Oh man. AI goofiness happened. I think they got caught up in lap traffic for too long. I'm gonna stay out one more lap. Hopefully I don't regret it. That back right tire has nothing left. Right there it is. You just lose the back end a bit. With two LMP2s, I will not ruin their race for points. Oh, now they're going to have to... Wasn't going to say I have to wait for the chicane, but Ash did not want to. Because I just now get the blue flag notice. Oh wait, because yeah, Ash was actually for position. Well, I don't know who... I would assume Jeff. That fucking Peugeot. No, that might be mine. Stay on the mediums here. I've been liking those. How's Jordan again? 28 minutes. As Evo pitted behind me. Interesting. Interessante. And we're off. As there's Pat's LMP2 sitting in 6th. Again, at this point, I have Pet's GTD, someone, never mind, I have Jordan's GTD. The Ford GT is making a push. It's now second amongst the GTDs, at least 20 seconds behind me. Evo is now coming out of the infield. Come on, car. Come on. I'm going to fight a little there. Try and run some clean laps while we can. That glare is bright. Oh my lord. So I believe Evo is now, in terms of LMP2's, last on track. Gordon's GTD, the Ford GT, goes into pit. As now Evo's LMP2, his Audi is starting to catch up slowly. But then again, it's not. Or you want to come down a little bit? Not that much. Yeesh. Caleb's Ford GT. Good day for the Fords. Is now second in terms of GTDs on track. As I think Evo's hopes, at least, I overshoot that corner. Get back on the track, please. Evo's hopes, at least, of high points. Why am I? What is going on here? As I'm about to, I get blue flagged. Where from? That's Jordan. Can we just be smart there? As I now have Evo's GTD right on my tail. Or no, Evo's LMP2, I'm sorry. Oh boy. Got just a little nudge from Evo, and that was enough to almost send me into trouble. I would have had to limp it back. For me, this has been a fairly uneventful race. This McLaren's still a little too powerful, at least in terms of a user car, so I'll have to remember that going forward. This McLaren we will need to nerf. Am I catching Evo? No. The hell was that? We get nudged a bit by the Rixie Porsche 919 or 911 and 19th. We are now, well, the LMP2s are gone until I get lapped by something momentarily, actually. I think. Nope, that's still the... Ah! Okay. I checked in my rear view, and the next thing I know, I'm at the bottom of the track getting ready to go into the grass there. That was almost bad. And hi. We'll slip up the inside there. That was almost bad. That was almost catastrophically bad. And that is a... Up ahead, come on, keep it on the track this time. Oh my, that was almost, again, catastrophically bad. I think up ahead, that was a Rogue NSX. I'm about to be flown past by an LMP2. I'm out of the infield, so we'll stay up to the top of the track and we'll see who it is coming past me. Jeff and his Hurricane, or his Italia pits. We give Jordan's Ford GT back. Third. You're an LMP2 behind me. I can't quite tell. Is that's not Evo's, because Evo's in front of me. That's other Jordan's LMP2 drafting off of me. Nope, side by side. Means it probably won't be long before I see Ash as I slide into the grass. We're just gonna hit the brakes here. Try not to ruin Ash's chance with her LMP2 to at least catch up, because that thing can go. An LMP2 can go as we ease our way on past. That wasn't very good. What do I have in front of me? Well, that might be Ash's LMP2 passing Ash herself, the NSX. I'm finally catching up to it, as it's in 18th. As Ash's LMP2 goes into pit. Lap 21. How do I want to do this? I have nowhere near. Okay. That NSX needs a buff in a big way going into Bathurst. I think some of it is Okay. Okay. That was skilled. This McLaren's gonna need a nerf going forward, but again, this is also a user car, so hate to see that turn. That turn was so bad. How you doing, Evo? As day is slowly becoming night here. Not quite halfway through our race. Once these cars... Here you actually turn on the multi-twitch. And I get a track limit penalty. Who's it gonna be? I'm slowed down. As that fucking Peugeot flies past me. Jesus, that thing's a menace. Usually hate multiple. Yeah, for something like this, it's not too bad. And we're back to racing. I'm gonna cut that corner way tight one time and catch the barrier. Oh, this is about to be a huge cluster. We have a group of GTDs right here. That all just got passed by an LMP2. I'm gonna burn through what fuel I have and just try and get away from this cluster of awfulness. Can I beat Pat to the inside? Yeah, no, but I'll be able to go outside. And we are off. We'll see that cluster again probably in a moment. As Evo's Subaru. Rough day for Evo. Actually, no, he's sitting in 15th in terms of GTDs. Yeah, I'm in like no man's land, running really good in terms of GTDs, but nowhere near. How are the other shitters doing? Great. I say we're gonna have a really good race for second, I think. This McLaren is just... I can't nerf this thing much more. I mean, I can, but I honestly don't know how much more to nerf this thing. I honestly think mediums are the way to go. I might switch onto the slightly slower hards here soon as Jordan's LMP2 flies past me at Mach Jesus as I'm coming out of box. My next stint, I may just choose to go to the hards. An hour 14 remaining. Oh boy, this is where things get interesting. Ow. Buddy. This is a terrible time. We're gonna get a penalty there. Outside interference. Barely able to keep it off of the wall. I have no idea what's about to pass me. Oh, it's Evo's LMP2. Buddy, what are you doing? Buddy, can you not? Can you not? As Evo pits. Evo was about to lap me in his LMP2. He chose to pit while the outside interference was happening. Oh, Jesus, Pat and I are dead. Our first bid, that was a... Yeah, I deserve that penalty. That one was kind of me. I got onto the grass, lost it, and get sideways. Well, I knew it was going to happen at some point. As we have to kind of limp this thing around. Try and get to pit quick here, not losing too much time to repair this. I'm gonna go as high and wide around that as I can. Is the rest of the GTDs, at least in second and third. Caleb and Jeff are gonna start making time up on me because I have to fight to get. I'm gonna have to fight to get this thing down pit road. We're gonna stay on the tires. We'll refuel. Actually, no, we're not. We will do repairs though. Only about 5 seconds, so it's not bad. I should have let you pass. And there's Evo passing me. Chose to not refuel because I didn't want to completely goof up my window. Caleb is now 36 seconds back. We're gonna get a penalty there because I cut that tight. Should be getting a penalty. Just running bad through the chicane. I got in on that quick. We see Evo. Evo and I have become good friends here. We've been hanging around him a lot. I'm 5 minutes behind his GTD. Or his, not GTD, his LMP2. I have his GTD, which has now fallen to 19th after a pit stop, I believe. Let's not wreck each other here. He's up to 17th, 18th. As we're both getting blue flagged. I say you do have, in theory, the slowest car. Being blue flagged here, I'm kind of just wanting to hang over onto the side. It's the Peugeot. Okay, well. As we go 3 wide through there. That is a terrible spot to be 3 wide. I need to not look at my rear view through this. Here we go. And there is the car in 20th. Squid Supra. His LMP2 is in 2nd. So he's pretty much all over the board. Come on, car. Having to fight through some lap traffic. It's gonna keep this race close-ish, especially because I'm just not running good. Oh no. No. I have the multi-stream open, but I can only see like very minimal. Final lap pit stop. Are you kidding? The Nissan. Blue flag is going away. We were running so many slow laps now because of I knew it was going to happen for him at one point. I hope to God there's not anybody coming. Hi, Squid. Monster Energy, that thing. I knew it was going to be a matter of time before I hit that barrier. Because I cut that so tight. I will let the NSX go. I'll let Squid go even. Maybe Squid won't go. Which is bad considering I can't keep this thing straight. Like, it is a challenge. It is a challenge. Why am I looking? Let's get in position to at least go into pit. Do we want to stay on these? I should, but I shouldn't, but I'm going to. This is kind of frustrating right here. We've had 2 mistakes just on my part. We will refuel. Caleb stops. He's racing on hards, huh? Okay. Well, that's gonna make my decision to go there on the next stint, which will probably be 3 or so laps from now. Easier. We've had a rough go here as night has fallen at Daytona. And Caleb is catching up. How are your cars doing? Your GTD is somewhere. Your LMP2 is, I believe, 5th. It's hard to say because you and I had an oops. In the infield, oh, hi Jordan, Jesus Christ. Yeah, your GTD's right behind me, Pat. Your LMP2's right behind me in 7th. Okay. We're gonna move out of the way there and let you guys race. And we're gonna let Evo, hi Evo. I did not try and wreck you right there. I didn't know that was you back there. I actually didn't know anyone was back there other than Jordan. That is a terrible place. That chicane right there is a terrible place to have any blue flags. No, I get nothing out of trying to wreck anybody because then I have to pit this, and going into pit hurts me more than anything at this point with an hour left. As you can see on the screen there, I've had to go in a couple times because of a couple issues. I want to try and at least get through lap 30 here on the mediums before I switch over to the hards. Leave the next car, which is about 16, 17 seconds back. 16 is probably Caleb. As we are now under an hour to go. We don't have anybody coming out of it here far enough ahead. I think it was Lucas's LMP2. And we are going to have a cluster of cars as I exit the infield here. Well, we've seen it already once today, I think. We have another car that has either been damaged or has zero fuel. And maybe not. Maybe the AI just went blue flagged. There's Squid's Supra. I'm going to try and catch a little bit of a slipstream off of him and go to the outside, set up for the chicane. And knowing that that's... You're in ninth, I believe, pit stops. Oh yeah, you just jumped up to 8th now. Yeah, with fuel. Let Squid go. As best we can. We're not gonna let Squid go because... Please, just go. Go, Supra. That's the second time I've hit that barrier trying to cut that tight. Oh, I'm gonna have a race. I wanted to pit this lap anyway. So at least we got a little bit lucky there. We're not going to be completely off intended strategy. Thankfully. We are now under the 1 hour mark. Little hards. Our mediums actually got a little bit more of a usage there. Couple dumb mistakes so far. Which tires? It's gonna be. This is where things are gonna start getting interesting because I'm gonna try and go on the defensive a little bit. As we go onto a slower tire. I'm actually only 11 seconds behind Caleb. Make it 12. Well, it's gonna get more interesting here as we have LMP2s coming. Stay up to the top here. There's Caleb's LMP2 now, too. Hey. Is having a bit of a day. I have Squid's LMP2 behind me. Caleb now sitting in first in GTD and second in LMP2. With still a long way to go. But I think I can at least... Obviously the LMP2s don't mean anything. At least track down Caleb. Why am I so slow? Because I suck. Sitting here second in the GTDs. Is my car... No. Well, it was at one point. Had some aero damage at one point. As we are now... No, yours are broke. I honestly have no idea what is with those... With at least the Acura. With the NSX. I think... It's fueled... I think the NSX is fuel mileage. I believe you're sitting in 17th right now. Right now. 16, 17. Your, LMP2, please tell me, finished 19th. Your LMP2 is 7, 8, somewhere in there after, I believe on lap 10. I'm gonna have to go look at the replay. God, this car is so much slower on the hard tires. I have to go check it on the replay. In lap 10, I believe you and Evo collided. Or got caught up in lap traffic and had something goofy happen in lap traffic. After driving on the mediums all for the first hour and change of this, I understand how I was able to open such a big lead up. But we are slowly catching down that gaudy Michigan State Ford Mustang. Yeah, I'm actually really, especially with the NSX. As Caleb's LMP2 goes into pit with, we're gonna blow this off. I'm really, especially with the NSX, I'm really curious to, yeah, the Mustang is the Mustang. Well, thankfully, I don't end up making I don't make a pass on track, but I do pass the aforementioned Mustang. As it goes into pit, I do not hit the pit wall, thankfully, because I've caught that barrier twice. Oh, hey, Ash. Here, let's see where you're at. 19th. Not intentional. Hitting not intentional. But you did just, the 19th is just after a pit stop. So. And I am 100%, next time I use the 650 here, I'm going to have to nerf the 650 a bit. Nice scheme on the excuse me, on the NSX. Yeah, it does look really nice. Yeah, I know which one you were talking about. Have half a tank of fuel. Get probably... We're gonna crawl here as Caleb's LMP2 sitting in third. McLaren VGT soars past us. Yeah, your NSX is gonna need some work. I'm actually really eager to start testing for Bathurst here this week, because we only have like a little over 2 weeks. Not quite 3 full weeks from now. Over at Mount Panorama. I think that's going to have to take a lot of work because LMP2s don't run at Bathurst. Okay, now that we're getting a little clean air and not having to deal with lap traffic, we're able to at least put some consistent lap times down, and I'm able to see what this car can do. And on mediums, this thing is much slower. Or on hards, I mean, this thing is much slower. The Evo Subaru, I believe, is going to be in 20th. Is that Subaru? Oh, Evo's in 18th. Okay. So I know what needs to be, I know at least in terms of GTDs what desperately needs fixed. And it's... I slide past here. Yes, I can. The, at least in terms of needs to be buffed to make it better, as we're now under a quarter of an hour. The NSX definitely needs fixed. The Subaru, the BRZ needs fixed, and the Toyota Supra. All three of those will definitely need some tuning to go forward. The McLaren, I don't really know what this is. Don't entirely know about the McLaren because this is a user car right now. Get out of the... Let's get through International Corner here. International Hairpin. We'll go high just to... Actually, no, we'll stay here at the bottom. Or Ash's LMP2 to go past. He's sitting in 8th. That LMP2 is also a very pretty car, too. I get a little bit of a toe off of it before it goes. Nope, it gone. Wait. A little bit of a toe. Nope, it gone. See you later. So we're gonna have to pit here for fuel. With 40 remaining. Well, a little over 40 remaining. As Ash and other Jordan, actually Ash and Jordan himself are also fighting through the chicane. This is the first time we've seen the Ford GT, so it might be out of the running. Caleb might be the only one that can catch me. But we'll see once we get the next wave of pit stops. Because the GTDs have just such a weird, all of them have such a weird pit window that I don't know, and I think Jordan and I will have to talk about this. Because we can't alter the pit window. Obviously. Drop down to 3 again and see if we can just kind of do some outlasting. Actually, we might even go down to 4. We'll see if going to 4, Caleb's Michigan State Ford Mustang catches up to us here. And not really. Think throwing on the handbrake there may save me a penalty from the stewards. Ash's LMP2 drops to 9 to during pit. We're now under 40 minutes to go. Okay, she is far enough ahead I don't have to worry about that. Beautiful. Gets a little dicey with cars coming out of pit, especially the LMP2s and the GTDs when they come together when one's coming out of pit. It's already led to one collision that I was involved in. Go up to the top here. Where's the faster car? Well, we're just gonna keep driving for now. Oh, please tell me it's not gonna catch me in the chicane. Catch me after the chicane, because that's a terrible place. No, you're screwed. Exit the chicane first, car. Now I'll stay up on the high side. They're actually racing for position back there too, which makes this even scarier. We go to lap 41. I'm going to try and just stay up as high as possible. As Jeff's LMP2. And, oh, no, that's not that's other Jordan's. That Peugeot needs a big nerf. That Peugeot needs a bigger nerf than what I gave it. Honestly, that Peugeot may need a bigger nerf than what Jordan gave it. I don't know what Jordan gave it. Are you kidding me? I'll stay up here then. Alrighty. Just stay lower for now, then slide up the track very kind of suddenly, which set up for the chicane. Evo's LMP2 goes to pit in 9th, not that it matters because I'm 10 minutes behind the lead almost. 9:06 to be exact, so I can't really say almost 10 minutes, but came through there a little quick. We have a Ford GT, I believe. Nope, LMP2. Well, Caleb Pitts, I don't know what happened there. We'll stay up here as Caleb and Squid are fighting for position. Smart move there as I almost get my front end taken off by Squid's LMP2. As we start kind of winding down and essentially slowing ourselves down here. Which albeit might not be the smartest idea. But I don't want to have to make too many more pit stops. And on top of that, if something happens where I gotta change my strategy because of a collision and have to go in for repairs, I don't have to do tires or fuel. I don't think the hard tires will last the entire stint. Especially now that I am going into fuel conservation mode. 4 laps remaining at about 2 minutes a lap. Should get theoretically 15 more laps in. 60 laps is about what I figured. I will at the end of this see if I can check lap times on the GTDs, because if I can, I will award whichever GTD has the fastest lap a point. I would do fastest lap points if I can check the GTD fastest laps, as I have something behind me. I'm not getting blue flag warnings. I'm betting it's the Supra. No, it might be the Porsche. Jeff's LMP2, he's having a good day. It goes into pit. We can get a little bit of a draft here out of corners off of Squid, and that car is just so fucking slow. Holy shit balls. That car is just so goddamn slow. Under 30 minutes to go here at 5:45 now. I'm getting blue flagged. I have something in my... We get rear view. Oh boy. Oh, Caleb. Caleb's LMP2. That Peugeot also need... We talked about how the Mustang needs nerfed a bit. That Peugeot needs nerfed. Pat is up ahead of us. And the Corvette. We'll see how long that lasts. As we get a little closer to actually probably right at the back end. After we finish the race, I will talk about some changes for Bathurst upcoming here in a few weeks. In theory, other than testing, prep for Bathurst shouldn't be too bad because I don't have to worry about getting any credits for it. So we see Pat's Corvette here upcoming. And Lucas's Hurricane. Pat's sitting in 15th. Excuse me. Okay, well, we're gonna sit behind. Here, that was dumb. I forgot. Even if you touch them slowly. Just some aero, nothing suspension wise. So, not enough of a reason to stop. At least in my eyes, not enough of a reason. Maybe it should be, because might finally be able to put them in my rear view for a minute. We now are under 25 minutes to go. Let's go and do a full power here for this last little half lap or so. Ugh. Getting blue flagged again, so we'll stay up here at the top lane. For now, at least. Stay on the hard tires. They were doing fine. He might finish the stint there. Keyword is might. I'm actually super curious to see Jordan's results compared to mine. Go back into 5. Don't want to go full lean. I need to go full fuel save. With the no qualifying. As we now approach 20 minutes left here at Daytona. Got 2 cars. Okay, come on, guys. Come on up. If I get to the chicane, you're not. I get to the chicane, you're not going through. I don't care who it is. I'll wait till after now. It is Jeff and his LMP2. That Peugeot needs nerfed. As Caleb goes into box, assumedly one last time we have another LMP2. This is probably Caleb's LMP2. Can't quite tell from back here. Come out turn 2, it's Lucas's LMP2. Okay. Cadillac. I may, keyword is may, have to pit one more time. Almost collided with my own LMP2. Caleb, you gotta go somewhere. There you go. We have a slow car in front of us that I'm catching up on lean fuel to, on lean fuel. And maybe not entirely slow. Maybe it was an AI blue flag. Was Jordan at 14th. Sitting at 4th for LMP or for GTDs. There's Evo. Another. Oh. How do we want to play this? Six, 16 minutes to go. 6 laps of fuel. The sun begins to rise here. Now, from the looks of it, in terms of team standings at least, either Jeff or Caleb will be the leader of the team standings. Past the Ford GT on the outside. After starting 19th, sliding up to, which is starting last, 10th in terms of GTDs, sliding up to 4th. Not a bad showing for the Ford GT. El Jefe's LMP2 is going to go in and box. $13 minutes remaining. I don't know if I have to. Mercifully. Ash's LMP2 late drops into 8th. Goes into 8th. Being blue flag warning, so again we'll stay here at the top of the track best we can. There is Squid and Caleb. We will let them race for position. We have another car. That looks like, that's the Peugeot. That's not the Peugeot. That can't be that far ahead. Towards the top of the line here. Just come on. That is other Jordan's LMP2. We very much are going to need to pit one last time. Unfortunately, kind of doing the math here. Four laps to go with 10 minutes. Running 2 minutes a lap. And we're gonna have to pit one last time. Do it now, get it out of the way. I think pitting for a full fuel was a little excessive, but I was doing something else. Under 10 minutes to go. And at least in terms of the GTD race, this has been fairly uneventful. A little bit of where at. Look back to see where Pat's LMP2 was. Think it's gonna end up making it closer than it probably should have been. We're gonna at least kick up a notch in terms of fuel consumption. Just to make sure. And we will just have to get out of the way here. We have two LMP2s fly by me and into the entry of chicane. And there's Ash too. Trying to use me to slipstream away somewhere. Wasn't expecting to have a drafting partner here in a car that's significantly faster than me. See if I can get just a little bit of a tow from her, and too much of one going into the turn there. And I find myself in an interesting spot. In between Evo's LMP2 at 9th and Ash's at 8th. It with 5 to go. As Ash catches up to two cars she has to pass, Evo still has to contend with me. And he does finally. I get a little tow to work on catching up to the... I believe that's the Supra. Yeah, the Porsche, the Supra. It's like the Porsche and the Corvette that are boxing in Evo, so we've been running some interference for Ash at least. For her to get a couple extra points. As, well, Evo and other Jordan go to box. I have Lucas's LMP2 right at my rear fender. I'm trying to find somewhere to go. We'll stay up high here. Well, I have to worry about lap traffic for a minute. That's alright. As we approach what should be the inevitable final lap. We have Squid Supra here. Just not picking a lane. We'll let Caleb's McLaren go by, and this will be the final lap. As we approach the final minute here at Daytona. Mercifully. This has even been fun too. This is just a long time, and we haven't had much excitement here, at least in the GTD series. A lot of them... Oh, we have a little late intrigue as Jeff pits his GTD that's in third place, and my LMP2 and myself are right here together. I'll be the final lap. I'll probably get that as a thumbnail. And Caleb pits on the final lap. As we finish. Okay. Finish 11th, but that happens to be first in terms of the GTs. I would say hard fought, but it really wasn't. Okay, leaderboard, here we go. Da-da-da-da-da. Ed finished second. He gets 18. Caleb gets 16. Pat gets 14. Jordan gets 12. Lucas gets 10. I finish 7th and get 8. Ash finishes 8th and gets 6. Evo finishes 9th and gets 4. And Other Jordan finishes last in LMP2. Yeah, you weren't 10th. Finishes last in LMP2 and gets 2 points. Now 4 GTDs. That fucking Mustang. Caleb 18. Jeff in the Ferrari 16. Control V. They have good weekends. Lucas has a solid weekend. Has a decent weekend, at least for in Group 3 for finishing 4th and gets 14 points. Pat finishes 15th. 5th and gets 12. Other Jordan finishes 16th, finishes 6th and gets 10 points. Yeah, Jordan killed Ash's NSX. Jordan finishes 7th and gets 8 points. Ash finishes 8th again. Ended up finishing close and gets 6. Evo finishes 9th. 4 points. And Squid. It's 2 points. Finishing 10th. Okay, for team standings. Did it look like what the hell? I have no clue what happened to that Supra, honestly. We'll go all the way back to your GT here. We can see what watch this again. Getting ready to come out of the here's Ash getting harassed by both of Jordan's cars, and then the fucking Mustang. That thing is a nuisance. That Mustang is a menace. So, for team points. So, this is going to be interesting, actually. Start at the bottom. Evo has 8. We will have 20. Evo finishes, I believe, 10th. Or with 10 or with 8 points. 2 ninth place finishes. That's the easy one. I'm actually gonna have to write some of this down because Jordan has 10, so she's 9th. He is 10. Ash will be 8th. 12, that's easy. Where it's gonna start getting goofy, I think.